Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use it. I use the King James version of the Christian Bible to write the book of Zion, or to put it in order, I should say, because what I did was reorder the prophecy of Israel as directed by Isaiah, as you shall see. So, I'm on the third chapter of the Potsmoker's Bible today. It's called, it's actually the first chapter also of the Book of Zion, because I'm going through the Book of Zion passage by passage, so that you will understand exactly what the prophecy says and how it all fits together. So, Chapter 3, Potsmoker's Bible. Chapter 1, Book of Zion. By the authority of. We have already established that the Grey are the God of Israel. The first chapter of the Book of Zion establishes their authority in our time. The prophets tell us everything that happens in regards to the creation of the people of Zion. This is irrefutable proof that the God of Israel are the Grey. It projects events that are happening as we speak today. It tells us the plan set in motion by them. It is proof of their claims and their right to those claims. By foretelling current events, the Grey prove their power on earth. It also explains in detail what their plans are for us. We have only to unravel the mystery. All of the elements of their plans are present in the prophecy. We have only to put them into order to see the truth. The details of their plans were left to us to find as further proof of their authority. Because of necessity, we were to be isolated from them and all others. We would not see them or hear from them directly. They knew that in our isolation, we would resort to more primitive ways. We would lose their knowledge and forget who and what they were. Our lack of contact with them was unnecessary and unavoidable evil. So they set in place the prophecy. It is their ultimate proof of identity and of their right to return. They created a detailed plan that is even now playing out. Our current events, as foretold by them, proves the truth of events yet to come. By telling us 3,000 years in advance what they would be doing now, the ancient aliens provided proof that cannot be denied of the current aliens. Chapter 1, Book of Zion, by the authority of Daniel 4:17, Zion 1:1. This matter is the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. The first verse of the prophecy of is Daniel 4:17. It tells us a great deal. It establishes the existence of the watchers. It names the Most High, a key element in understanding the prophetic text. It establishes that they are the true rulers of men, and it ends with the first prophetic national event, the election of a man unfit to lead. This first verse is a powerful testament to the Grey's authority. The decree of the watchers establishes what all of the events foretold, that all of the events foretold and being played out now were deliberate. The Gray set in motion what is about to unfold. They want us to know that they decided 3,000 years ago what this day would be like. Because it is now evident, we know that the Watchers do rule over men. One of the key elements in understanding the prophecy of Israel is the element of language. The meaning of words changes over time. The Gray use language to establish their people of prophecy. They used the name Most High to depict who has the right to rule earth. This name has had one interpretation throughout history, but today it's that phrase Most High speaks another, newer language. It is the language of prophecy, and it is the key to deciphering the ancient text. The final element of Daniel 4:17 is the prophetic leader called the basest of men. When we are told that the Gray would put in authority a man so vile and unsuited for office that his election would be proof of their claim to power over the minds of men. That leader is Donald J. Trump. President Donald J. Trump has every qualification for the title basest of men. He is an idiot. His mind is ruled by his ego. He was led into politics, no doubt, by Putin, flattered into believing himself capable of ruling a country when he couldn't even rule a motel. His work is proof of that. He is a racist. Just his obsession with President Barack Obama proves it. His testament of his treatment of women is truly base and vile, treating females as nothing more than pretty sex toys for his use. His ability to fool the masses proves that he's a con artist, a base and vile man. How did Trump get into office? His election as president proves the Gray can truly choose who rules over men. Isaiah 46, 9 and 10. Zion 1, 2, and 3. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Isaiah 46, 9 and 10 are the second and third verses. It reminds us to look to the past. It tells us that the Gray left us a written record of what would happen after they left. By predicting events before they happened, the Gray again proved their power and identity. They want us to have undeniable proof of their intent and authority. The verifiable proof, a 3,000-year-old record of future events, set up a set of circumstances that the Gray and their future priests can use to establish the truth. Our society has strayed so far from the truth in regards to God that only truly phenomenal evidence will be able to disprove the false beliefs of our age. A prophetic written record qualifies as such a proof. Isaiah 44:7, Zion 1:4. And who as I shall call and declare it and set it in order for me, since I have appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them. The next verse is Isaiah 44:7. This is a challenge to anyone who would dispute the Gray's identity as God. It also tells us two important things about the prophecy. First, it tells us that someone has to reorder the text. It has to be someone chosen by God, who shall set it in order for me. The second point is that the Gray are reclaiming Israel, the ancient people. This challenge is part of the great plan. Let anyone who dares try to disprove the verifiable fact of prophecy, the written record of things not yet done. Amos 8:11. The next verse is Zion 1:5. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. This warns us that God has chosen to withdraw from man. Of course, not by choice. But at the time that Amos wrote this passage, the gods flew in our skies. Amos himself heard the voice of God. He is telling us what is about to happen to humanity, to the human race, long ago, predicting the lack of godly contact that has led to our mythical beliefs in unrealistic, all-powerful false gods. The Gray foretells our lack of contact with God as a matter of fact by Amos, the prophet of Israel. The next passage is Isaiah 63:4, which is Zion 1:6. For the day of the vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. This passage, Isaiah 63:4, tells us when this separation of God and man will end, and it hints at what that end will be like. It is a day of vengeance and a year of redemption. The return of God will be a time of judgment, vengeance for all the wrongs done by the people who take part in that of the damned, redemption for all those who suffer at their hands, and all of it to take place in a single year. The main event taking place in a single day. The next verse is Isaiah 48:3, Zion 1:7. And I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth. And I showed them, I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. The next verse is Isaiah 48:3. Reestablishes the fact of this first chapter is a testament to the truth of the Gray. The ancient Gray predicted the events of our history, leaving us the proof needed to end all arguments by the foolish. The Gray are saying, we have done this already. Here is the proof. We are God. We wrote your history before it happened. This is our proof. We are God. I'm going to leave off there because that's a really good place for me to stop for this episode. It's going to go on too long. So the next time we'll finish up the third chapter of the Potsmoker's Bible and the first chapter of the Book of Zion. So until then, may the Gray watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. And may they teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. May you find your happiness, pursue it, make it your goal. Stay happy and high if you do drugs, because you have every right and reason to. Just watch. I'll see you later now. Because you know me, I'll never say goodbye.